find x and y. Hi there, this is Daily Mathematics. Today we have this very nice question here to solve, and after solving it and seeing all the steps taken in solving this particular question, we have another we are going to solve here, right? So without further wasting of time, let's get into the question. Solution, we have x squared equals 5 plus y, x squared equals 5 plus y. And the second equation is y squared equals 5 plus x, right? So we can term this as equation 1 and term this as equation 2, right? So we have two equations here to solve. How do we solve it? So we can solve it, we can say subtract equation 2 from equation 1. Subtract equation 2 from equation 1. When we are subtracting equation 2 from equation 1, this means equation 1 minus equation 1 minus equation, it means equation 1 minus equation 2, right? So from here, this is equation 1 minus equation 2. So this is equation 1, x squared equals this, and so on and so forth. Let's have it. So x squared, right, minus y squared, this is x squared minus this equals 5 plus y minus the equation 2, 5 plus x. So the next thing is x squared minus y squared equals 5 plus y. This minus will open this, 5 gives minus 5, minus times plus gives us minus x. So when we have x squared minus y squared equals 5 minus 5 cancels, so we have y minus x, right? Equals y minus x. So here x squared minus y squared, what will it give us? So when we have a squared minus b squared according to the law of exponent, to give us a plus b and a minus b. A plus b times a minus b. So x squared minus y squared will give us x plus y times x minus y equal to y minus x, right? So from here we can see that these two, like we can see y minus x here is kind of similar to a bracket. What bracket is that? Maybe this bracket or this bracket, will figure it out. So how is it similar? So is to make it similar, to make it this one, right? So from here we have x plus y, x minus y, multiply this place by minus 1, so here minus 1 times y will give us equal to minus y, and minus 1 times minus x will give us plus x, right? So this will still give us x plus y bracket x minus y equal to this. Minus y plus x can still be written as x minus y if we rearrange it very well. So from here we can see x minus y common, so we can cancel it, cancel x minus y here. So from here we have x plus y equal to 1, right? So it's 1, that is here, x plus y equals to 1, right? So from here x plus y equals to 1. So if we want to make maybe x the subject of the formula from this place, we can say x equals 1 minus y, and we'll have our equation 3, right? And we'll have our equation 3 here, right? So from here we have our equation 3. So we can substitute this equation 3, substitute x equals 1 minus y, which is equation 3, in equation 1, or 2. So I want to use equation 1, so I can just take this or 2 out of here. So you can use any, you can substitute it in any equation, either equation 1 or equation 2. So I want to substitute it in equation 1. So these are equation 1 here. As you can see, x squared equals 5 plus y. Down here, x squared equals is 1 minus y. So we'll put it there, minus y squared equals 5 plus y, right? So from here, what's the next thing we're going to do? So from here, 1 minus y squared, what does 1 minus y squared gives us? We can come over here to solve it. 1 minus y squared, so we have 1 minus y bracket 1 minus y, 1 minus y, right? Minus y, 1 minus. So from here 1 times 1 1 minus 1 times y minus y times y, this is minus y, minus times minus plus y squared. So it's giving us 1 minus 2y plus y squared, right? So if I were to rearrange it, we have y squared, right? We'll from what we got here, y squared minus 2y, right? Y squared minus 2y plus 1 equals 5 plus y, right? So from here, this is what we have. So from here, we can now bring all these numbers here to this other side. So we have y squared, right, minus 2y. All the ones that have y, this is plus y. We bring it over to this side, it turns to minus y, right, plus 1. This is 1 when 5 plus 5 comes here, cross turns to minus 5 equal to 0. So maybe we have y squared minus 2y minus y gives us minus 3y, right? 1 minus 5 gives us minus 4. 1 minus 5 gives us minus 4, so we have minus 4 equals 0. So from here we have y squared minus 3y minus 4 equals 0. So we have a quadratic equation. So here we can see that this is a quadratic equation. And how do we solve a quadratic equation? We can use our completing the square method. We can use our quadratic equation formula, or we can just simplify or factorize using factorization method. And how do we factorize? We look for two factors of minus 4 that when we add it together it gives us minus 3. So factors of 4 or minus 4, we have, first of all, factors of 4, we have 1 times 4, 2 times 2, right? So 1 times 4 is 4. So if you can say 1 minus 1 times 4 gives us minus 4, but minus 1 plus 4 does not give us minus 3. So we can say 1 times minus 4. If you say 1 times minus 4 gives us 1 times minus 4 gives us minus 4, and 1 plus minus 4 or 1 minus 4 gives us minus 3. So this is good. So we can use it. So we have y squared, right? We have y squared. So instead of writing minus 3y, we have plus y minus 4y. Why? Because y minus 4y gives us minus 3y, right? Minus 4 equals 0, right? So from here we have y, so from here we have y squared plus y and so on and so forth. So from here you can see that y is common here, so we bring out y. When we bring out y from here, it becomes y plus 1. And from here we can see 4 is common, minus 4 is common, so we bring out minus 4, we have y plus 1 equals 0. So from here we can see now here that what y plus 1 is common here and here, so we bring out y plus 1. When we bring out y plus 1 from here, it becomes y here, y. When we bring it out from here, it becomes minus 4 equals 0, right? So from here we have y plus 1 in this bracket and 1 minus 4 in this bracket, so we equate each bracket to 0. So from here we have y plus 1 equals 0, or y minus 4 equals 0. So from here we have y equals 0 minus 1 gives us minus 1, and y equals 0 minus 0. From here 0 minus 4 crosses here, it turns to 4. So we have this. So we have y1 minus 1, and we have y2 as 4, right? So we have something like this. Now we said earlier in this equation 3 that we got here in equation 3, that x equals 1 minus y. So this is where we'll get the value of x. So from here we can see this is y1 and y2. So we see that x, let's write it here, x equals 1 minus y, x equals 1 minus y. And for y1 we have the value minus 1, right? Good. So minus 1. So for x1 now becomes 1 minus y1 is minus 1, so 1 minus minus 1. So 1 minus times minus gives us plus 1, so equals 2. So x1 is equals to, now x2 is equals, so 1 minus y, right? So that will be 1 minus y2 is what? 4. So that will be 1 minus 4. 1 minus 4 gives us minus 3, right? So let's now do everything down. So from here we have that, we see that, let's write it here. So from here we see that x1 y1 is 2 minus 1, 2 minus 1, and x2 y2 is minus 3 and 4, minus 3 and 4, right? So this is our answer for both x1 and x2, x1, x2, y1, y2. These are answers. So now let's check if they go into these equations, these original equations we have here, which are x squared equals 5 plus y. Here, the equation here, x squared, right? X squared equals y, and here we have y squared equals 5 plus x, right? So let's write it here. So from here, these are our values for x. Let's start with x1. I want to check our answer if it's correct. So x1 is 2, right? So let's start with that. So let's do it for case 1. We'll do for case 1, right? So x1 is 2. So let's do it. 2 squared. Does it give us 5 plus y? 5 plus, what's our y1? Our y1, we found it to be minus 1. That's minus 1. So 2 squared gives us 4. That we have 5 plus times minus gives us minus 1. So 4 equals 4, meaning this is very correct, right? So how about we do it for case 2? Let's do it for case 2 up here. For case 2, let's do it for case 2 here. Case 2, here, we have x squared equals 5 plus y, and we have x2, y2 minus 3 and 4. So using this formula, x squared equals 5 plus y, so we have minus 3 squared equals 5 plus, now what's our y in case 2? Our y here is 4. 5 plus 4 minus 3 squared is minus 3 times minus 3, that gives us 9. 5 plus 4 gives us 9, right? So 9 is 9. So we can see that these answers here for x here, they are what? They are correct for these values, for this equation that we have here. This is our original equation, which makes us correct, right? So after solving this, we have another interesting question here to solve, which will make our understanding stronger, right? So from here we have a squared. I'm going to take this one just like what we did here. We have a squared minus b equals 43. B squared minus a equals 43. Find a and b. How do we find a and b? So from here, just like we did, we are going to subtract solution. We'll subtract equation 2. So from here, we'll subtract equation 2. Subtract equation 2 from equation. So from here, we'll subtract equation 2 from equation 1. So from here, this is equation 1 and 2. So let's rewrite the equations. A squared, right? A squared minus b equals 43. We have b squared minus a equals 43. So this is, we'll make this equation 1. And we'll make this equation 2, right? So we'll make this equation 1 and equation 2. So we'll subtract equation 2 from equation 1, meaning equation 1 minus equation 2. And this is our equation 1, this is our equation 2. So we have a squared minus b, right? We have a squared minus b minus b squared minus a equals 43 minus 43 gives us 0, right? So from here, what do we have? So from here, we have a squared minus b. So minus, we open these brackets, we have minus b squared, minus times minus gives us plus a equals 0, right? So from here, we have, a squared, we can bring a squared minus b squared, right? Plus a minus b. We can arrange it. For arranging it, to give us this equals 0. So here we have a squared minus b squared plus a minus b equals 0. A squared minus b squared is what we do, differences of 2 squared. Differences of 2 squared is a plus b, a minus b. When we have differences of 2 squared, this will be our answer, a plus b minus b. So from here, plus a minus b equals to 0, right? So from here, what do we have? So from here, we can see that a minus b is common in this place and this place. So when we bring out a minus b, we factorize a minus b out. So from here, we have a minus b. When we bring it out from here, it gives us a plus b. A plus b here. And when we bring out a minus b from here, it gives us plus 1 equals 0, right? So from here, we have a minus b equals to 0. We equate each bracket to 0. and or a plus b plus 1 equals 0. So from here, a, if we want to make a the subject of the formula, we have a equals 0 plus b and a equals b, which is rejected. Why? Because a is not equal to b. When we are having our what, our solution, a is not equal to b. Is that clear? A is not equal to b, so this is rejected because here we have a equal to b, so it is rejected. So from the second equation we have here, we have a plus b plus 1. So if you make a the subject of the formula here, we have a equals minus 1 minus b. Right? If you make a the subject of the formula here, so a will be equals minus 1 minus b, by 0 minus 1 minus b, we make it. So from here we have our equation 3 here. So we'll substitute a equals minus 1 minus b in any equation of your choice. So I'm using equation 1. So you can use any equation. And what does equation 1 says? Equation 1 says a squared minus b equals 43. Right? So let's do that. A squared minus b equals 43. So substitute a equals 1 minus b. So it will now become minus 1 minus b squared minus b equals 43. Right? So that's what it will become, minus 1 minus b squared. So now what's minus 1 minus b squared? Minus 1 minus b squared, like what we did here. So minus 1 minus b squared, so we do minus 1 minus b and minus 1 minus b, right? So we have minus 1 minus b minus b, we have minus 1 minus b, right? So from here, what do we have? So from here we have minus times minus, we have plus 1, right? Minus times minus, we have plus b. Minus times minus, we have plus b, right? And then minus times minus, we have plus b squared, right? So we have 1 plus 2b plus b squared. So if I were to arrange it here, it now give us b squared plus 2b plus 1. So let's write that down. So this will give us b squared plus 2b plus 1, right? Minus b equals 43, right? That's what to give us, minus b equals 43. So from here we have b squared plus 2b minus b gives us b plus 1 equals 43. This 43, we are going to bring it to the other side, so we have b squared plus b. So plus 1 minus 43, so that will be minus 42, right? So we have b squared plus b minus 42 equals 0. When this 43 comes, there is 0 that is left, so we have equals 0. So from here we have a quadratic equation, right? A quadratic equation from here, right? And what do we do when we have a quadratic equation? We use our completing the square method or factorization method and so on and so forth. So from here we have b squared plus b minus 42 equals 0. So if I were to use our quadratic equation formula method, which is b equals okay, let me use the letter x. X equals minus b plus or minus square root b squared minus 4ac over 2a. If I'm to use this formula, so from here we have uh let this be a b c, right? So from here we have minus b, so minus b becomes minus 1, plus or minus square root, right? Plus or minus square root b squared. So our b squared is now 1 squared minus 4 times a is 1 times c, which is minus 42 over 2a, 2 times 1, right? So from here we have minus 1. So from here we have minus 1 plus or minus square root 1 squared is 1, minus 4 times 1 is minus 4, minus 4 times minus 44, that will give us plus. So let's see, 42 times 4, that's 2 times 4 8, 4 times 4 16, that's giving us 168 over 2, right? So what's this giving us? That's giving us minus 1 plus or minus 1 plus 168 gives us 169 over 2. So we have minus 1 here. Let's come here. So we have minus 1, right? We have minus 1 here plus or minus square root of 169 here. What's the square root of 169? That's 13. So minus 1 plus or minus 13 over 2. So what's this giving us? This is giving us minus 1 plus 13 over 2, or minus 1 minus 13 over 2, right? So that's what this is giving us. So from here, minus 1 plus 13, that's giving us 12 over 2. This is giving us 12 over 2, or minus 1 minus 13, that's giving us minus 14 over 2, right? So from here, let's write our answers here. So 12 over 2 gives us 6, or minus 14 over 2 gives us minus 7, right? So this is our answers for B. That means B1, you can have B1 to be this and B2 to be this, right? So this is B1. B1 equals 6, B2 equals minus 7. And you can see from the equation 3 we had here, we said equation 3 here, you can see A equals minus 1 minus B, right? So we're going to substitute this answer for B. So both A1 and both B1 and B2. So A equals 1 minus B, let's bring it here. A equals minus 1 minus B, right? So A equals minus 1 minus B, right? So for B1, we see that, so for B1, let's use B1. So A equals minus 1 minus B1 is 6. So A equals minus 1 minus 6, which is minus 7, right? So A1 equals minus 7. While for A2, this is A1, for A2, minus 1 minus B, what is B? B is C. For B2, this is minus 7, so this will be minus 7, right? That will be minus 1. Minus and minus is plus 7, so 7 minus 1 gives us 8. So A2 equals 8, right? So from here we can see this. So A1 equals minus 7 and A2 equals 8. So from here we can now substitute these our values for A and B. So let's even write it down. Let's write them down here. So we have A1 B1 is A1 is minus 7 and B1 is minus 6, right? A1 is minus 7 and B1 is minus 6. A2 B2 now becomes, so this A2 here 8 and B2 is 6, right? So B2 here is, sorry, B2 is minus 7 here. This is, okay, here is B2. B2 here gives us minus 7, right? So B2 here, let me see. So from here we had, okay, B2 is minus 7. Alright, so from here, so we can now substitute these values A1, B1, A2, B2 into this original equation here. This one we had here, A squared minus B equals 43, right? So from here we have A squared minus B equals 43. Now let's now check if our answers is correct, right? So let's check. So we have A squared, which is, A squared here is so let's use A1 B1. So if I check it, so this is minus 7 squared, right? That's our A1. And minus B, so minus B is B. What's B1? B1 we had here is minus 6, right? Minus 6 equals 43. Does it give us 43, right? That we want to take. So minus 7 squared gives us 49, right? So from here, minus times minus gives us, minus times minus gives us plus, so plus 6, so equals 43. It did not give us 43. So we now want to check where is so from here we can see, so from here where is our A1? So where's our original A1? So from here we add B1 and B2 to be 6 or minus 7, right? So when we substitute it, minus 1 minus B, right, our equation here. So minus 1, So minus 1 here, minus b, that's minus 6. Okay, yes, so that gives us minus 7. And our b2, we had minus 7 as an answer. So minus 1 minus minus 7, that's minus 1 plus 7. That's 7 minus 1. Okay, this is giving us 6. Right? So this is giving us 6. So this is giving us 6. So when we have a1, b1, so a1 is minus 7, and then b2 is a1 is minus 7 and b1 is 6. So when we put it minus 7 squared, and we have minus bracket minus 6, right? So from here we have minus 7 squared is 49, minus times minus gives us plus, and 49 plus 6 is giving us that should be 55, right? So you can see that 55 is not equal to 43, right? So from here, so this brings us to the end of this video. So please don't forget to like, subscribe. Thank you.